I'm hoping I could go pretty well today. Pretty happy with the condition. Archie, my senior bull, hoping he can go out in the ring and take first. Hoping he may come off with champion later on today.
Which would be quite an achievement at the age of 15. But St Andrews College student Marshall Stokes is very determined. So are sisters Molly and Rosa, who will be competing against each other in the show jumping today, on horses that are brothers. We're joining them at the Canterbury Agricultural Park today to see the New Zealand agricultural show Cattle and Equestrian competitions. Marshall is getting his animals ready for the New Zealand agricultural show judging. He breeds and shows a type of cattle that traditionally come from Scotland. They're known as belted Galloways or belties because of the big belt of white hair around their middle. And because the show judging is such a special occasion, Marshall is wearing a traditional Scottish kilt. There are lots of interesting facts about cattle like Marshall's. Did you know that they have no top front teeth? So when they are eating, they press their sharp bottom teeth against the roof of their mouth to cut the grass. A cow will chew for up to 8 hours a day.
I'm in quite a few sections today, sort of mixing it up. I've got a senior bull, 2 cow and calves, 2 yearling heifers and 2 yearling bulls.
That's quite a list there, Marshall, so let's take that one at a time. A cow is a female who has had a calf. A bull is a male. Calves are baby cows. A heifer has not yet had a calf. And a yearling bull is a male who is about 1 year old.
So this is Delta. She's a 7-year-old cow. She won the All Breeds cow with calf at foot class today, and she's backed that up. She won it last year as well. So 2 years running to take out the All Breeds senior cow class is pretty cool.
A calf at foot is a calf who is still drinking milk from its mother. When talking about cows, we often use the word bovine. And there are more than 800 different bovine types or breeds in the world. What all bovines have in common is that they can spend about 10 hours a day lying down and can sleep standing up.
The Angus cattle, they're probably the most common animal that everybody out there knows. They're the black ones.
You won't see many of Marshall's belted Galloway cows around, but they're doing well with the judges today.
Just won the All Breeds yearling bull. It's a massive achievement. It's a huge class out there. And for a pretty unknown breed, it's a huge achievement.
Yeah, Brent Fisher. So I'm a Charolais and Hereford breeder.
Hereford cattle are a rusty red colour with a white face and socks. Charolais are creamy white. When Brent judges cattle at a show, he is looking at how strong and healthy they are and the way they walk, or perhaps how well they take care of their calf.
You know, she's just a lovely little female, just very, very sound, very, very correct, doing a great job on a calf.
Have you ever noticed that a cow will turn its head to look at you? That's because they can't see very well straight in front of them. They also can't see the colour red, which looks like green to them. In spite of that, cows are almost able to see all the way around and will notice if you walk up behind them. Over in the equestrian area, riders and horses have spent many hours getting their horses ready to meet the judges.
There is quite a lot of competition, so I'm hoping that the horses just behave like they should. I'm very happy I'm here, and it's a big thing for me, so just if they behave today, I'll be over the moon.
There's a lot to know about training and caring for horses if you want to compete at the show. It's also good to know what to call them. A male horse is a stallion. A female horse, a mare. A young male horse is called a colt. A young female horse is called a filly. And ponies are small horses. These riders are preparing their horses for a competition known as show jumping. The horses and riders have to clear a course of specially designed gates. and it's important that the horses and their riders are safe.
So we're just putting studs in, just gives the horses more grip on the field, on the ring too. Stops them from slipping over. It's sort of like studs for your footy boots as well. When they get their shoes put on, they get threaded onto their shoes and yeah.
So the horses love competing?
Yeah, this one does. Yeah.
He wants to be John Logan.
Yeah. No, they you know the ones that do and the ones that don't. That the ones that don't usually stop a lot and yeah, he just when he gets out there, he just loves it. Yeah.
The first event is the junior rider, and sisters Molly and Rosa are getting their horses ready.
What do you call this tool you're using at the moment?
A stand?
Stand? So you've only got the one stand between you?
Yeah, well, she steals at every show. But this one's heavy. He puts all his weight on you, and it's like your back's just like, oh. So
I've heard that you two live together as well as compete against each other?
yes, yeah, can get quite painful at times.
Does it ever get quite heated?
Oh yeah, especially around the horses. We get quite competitive between each other, so it's quite interesting.
So you're against each other today, really?
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And we've actually, all three of these horses are brothers, so it's quite ironic. Those two are actually full brothers. If this guy who's gonna win, it's her, it's never me. I'm just the sister.
So how many times have you competed against your sister this year?
Well, every show this year. She's bet me every... Oh no, I've bet her once actually, which was great. I loved that, but she beats me most of the time.
The aim of show jumping is to ride around the course and jump the gates in the correct order without knocking off any of the poles of wood or rails. Jump the gates in the wrong order and you're out of the competition. Knock off a rail, or if your horse stops or hesitates, then you lose points. The riders are given a plan of the course and order of the jumps to memorise 30 minutes before their event. Rosa is walking the course in preparation.
Well, we're only up to fence 3, but so far it looks pretty nice. But they only tend to get bigger from here, so yeah, this is quite wide. I'm going to need some speed to get over that one, but yeah, it's walking nice so far, but we're only up to 3.
The rider's relationship with their horse is really important for show jumping. Horse and human need to have trained together, sometimes for years, to be able to compete. Johnny is making sure that his horse is ready to work with him with an exercise called lunging.
Yeah, you want them ready to go, but you don't want them to be silly on it. So when you get on them, they sort of play around a bit or spook at things, or So what I'm doing, I'm just trying to get his brain engaged with me, so that once Olivia gets on him, he focuses on the job at hand.
And focusing is something that horses can do very well. Did you know that horses have bigger eyes than any other mammal that lives on land? And, like cattle, they can almost see in a full circle behind them. Lex's course proved to be a challenge for Rosa, riding Balak.
Yeah, I just came in a bit long, so I took off further than I should have, which meant he couldn't get the length of it. So it was my mistake, but he jumped real good out there. The course rode really nice, everything came up quite quick, but it was a good course. He's only a 7-year-old, so these are pretty big jumps for him. So he's just stepped up and he's handling the height pretty well.
And it wasn't going to be a clear round for Sister Molly either.
Yeah, a bit gutted. I think that was definitely my muck-up. Keep forgetting he's only young, so probably a little bit much to ask going long into that jump. He jumped really well, so I'm pretty happy.
First place went to Steffi Whittaker, whose horse jumped a clear round. And Molly came second.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
And yes, that's their very proud dad awarding the ribbons to his daughters. Rosa came third. Over in the cattle area, Marshall is celebrating. His yearling bull and his senior bull, Archie, have both won their classes.
Pretty pleased with how I went. First time ever taking first place in the all-bred senior bull. It's a very tough class to win. There's always some good competition in there. And if he wins the senior final, then he's into the grand final.
Do you rate your chances for the senior final?
Yep. I'm probably up against the cow and calf, so it's going to be interesting because usually cow and calf will take it over a bull because they're not only looking after themselves, they're also looking after a young one as well. So if they can hold themselves their own and hold a young one, that's quite a very good achievement.
And in the senior final, as predicted, Marshall's Archie is up against a cow and calf.
We've got a 7-year-old cow here, just a big, powerful cow, and just a great example, I think, of the Angus breed. And then we got this belted Galloway bull, and you know, I've been very impressed with the belted Galloways that we've seen here today. But unfortunately, we can only have one winner, and today we've plumped for this young 2-year-old here, just doing such an exceptional job on an exceptional calf. So well done there.
I feel like everything's gone pretty well today. Happy with how I placed.
Next year, the New Zealand Agricultural Show will be back, bigger and better than ever. So when you go along, look out for Marshall with his kilt and champion belties. Rosa and Molly will be there too. And maybe it will be Rosa's turn to beat her sister.
Good.